always fresh every day. You're watching Fastlane Daily.
An Audi tuner preps the new TTRS model in traditional fashion. Another Veyron crashes and decides to go for a swim, and we've got Ferrari dirt in the internet rumor mill. Could we be seeing turbocharged engines from the Italian stallion in the near future? No, Ian, not Stallone. All that plus Shakedown with Leo Parente. What's up, everybody? I'm Derek D. You're watching Fastlane Daily on Bagel Thursdays. We get bagels on Thursdays in the office. Oh, and our very own Richard P. will be on Fox Car Report Live today at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You could go to the description over there and click on the link and watch the Clover Monster. Cloverfield Monster.
We're living in the fast lane, baby. Tuning in the fast lane daily.
All right, let's start today off with a little bit of a history lesson. Let me just get prepared here. 25 years ago, a small German company made the decision to start modifying their engines to have a little bit more of an edge. The company was Audi. And the engine I'm referring to is the inline 5-cylinder that they threw a turbocharger on. That, mixed with a new technology called Quattro, led to a range of sports cars, including the Audi S1, that dominated the rally, race, and hill climb scene for nearly a decade. Since then, Audi's in-house nerd crew, Quattro GmbH, has been responsible for producing all of Audi's RS and R models, including the new TTRS. But for those of you who think that's not good enough, tuners like MTM continue to push the bar. Actually, I believe the correct term is raise the bar. Well, that's exactly what they did with their latest achievement called the MTM TTRS 8J. Look at that. Exterior modifications include the standard, a bigger rear wing and bigger wheels. But the changes that matter are under the hood to the turbocharged inline 5, a distant grandson of the engine found in the original Audi S1. So there are three different options. On the high end, MTM offers an 84 horsepower upgrade to a total of 424 for the TTRS, or two other stages rated at 404 and 408 horsepower. Also included in the package is a reworked engine management system and thousands of miles of reliability testing, something MTM prides themselves on. No word on any performance figures, but after all that, the TTRS has no plans of coming to the US. So does it really matter? I would hope it would come to the US, Ian. Hey, take these too. All right. And another Bugatti Veyron has crashed, this time into a lake outside of Galveston, Texas. I guess the Veyron figured, hey, I'm so expensive, I should be able to drive on water. Well, unless Jesus owns you, that's not happening, Mr. Veyron. The crash occurred yesterday, and there is no news on how the driver of the car ended up in the lake 50 yards off the highway. But what we can tell you, though, is that this is at least the 5th documented Veyron accident. Just to recap, a brand new Veyron costs about 1.5 mil, is capable of doing 253 miles per hour at top speed, and can accelerate to 60 in 2.5 seconds. So maybe I can understand why this guy kind of lost control of the car. I mean, a lot of power under that hood, Ian.
That's what she said.
Oh, good one. I didn't know that was coming. Nice.
That's what she said.
All right. But it is sad to see another one bite the dust, but at least the value went up a bit for the remaining 400 or so Veyrons and Grand Sports still on the road. Thanks to our fan Exotic Car 2009 for sending in the video. Plus the guy's probably just gonna collect insurance on it anyway, so he'll probably make out the deal. And in the internet rumor mill, Ferrari engine developer Jean-Jacques His has hinted at development of future turbocharged Ferrari engines. The only thing holding back the development of this engine technology is turbo lag. Such a problem is not acceptable for Ferraris, according to Mr. His, and until the issue is resolved, it will continue to remain in development. For a little factoid, the F40 was the most recently built Ferrari with a twin turbocharged V8 from the 288 GTO. They haven't done so since. It was rumored that the 458 Italia would be turbocharged, but those rumors were beaten like a baby seal when the car was unveiled by the Maranello pimps. Wow, we went there. We went to the baby seals. Until we know more, let's hope Jean-Jacques can get his team past the lag and Mrs. Hers. You get it? His name is Mr. His. Mrs. Hers. Never mind. Next up, Shakedown with Leo Parente, and it involves you guys responding to a question. Seriously, so stick around. Hey, what's up, guys? I want you to go check out my good friend Mark Douglas. He's got this funny new show called The Key of Awesome. It's funny music videos, and who knows, maybe I'll pop up in one day. All right? Go check out The Key of Awesome at thekeyofawesome.com. It's funny stuff, people. Seriously, thekeyofawesome.com. What up, Mark?
Last week, Derek took grief for homeboying the New York Yankees. But now let's take hometowning to the America level as I pump up Ben Spieth and his MotoGP work at Valencia. First time at this track. And by the way, if you haven't seen it, hit the link and watch how Ben learns new circuits. And first time for Ben on a GP Yamaha. The results? Top 10, Q9, and a P7 finish. Plus Americans Colin Edwards, P4, Nicky Hayden, P5. America, yeah. However, today's show is not about race results. Instead, this is a very special shakedown with a serious, thought-provoking topic. You know, like those big TV event episodes. This week, on a very special Tyler Perry House of Pain, the family celebrates the news that thanks to President Obama, the phrase, black guy begging for change, is no longer a racial slur. Yeah, I stole that joke. Whatever. The topic of our special show, what the hell's going on with racing? Manufacturers have bailed from just about every series. Sponsors have cut back or cut off the bucks. Teams have gone away, merged, or just put fewer cars on track. And series like A1GP have flat out died. Win on Sunday, sell on Monday. Racing improves the breed. Loyal millions watch, so they'll all buy your brand. Our bank account and balls are bigger than yours, so let's go racing. For generations, these have been the corporate and entrepreneurial justifications for racing budgets. But it seems things have changed. Now, I could go all suit on you with Racing Business 101, but I won't. And we can get back to the car porn next week. Instead, let me challenge you to think about and comment on the question, what should auto racing be? To me, here are some of the issues. Marketing or racing? I like racing for the tech, the talent, the action. NASCAR says it's the show. Why do you watch? Factory or private teams? Manufacturers will always be. But does racing need factory-funded teams like Corvette or Ferrari? Or is it okay for the factory just to build a race car, then sell it to private teams? The Porsche model, and now adopted by Audi R8, BMW M3, Aston Martin the DBs, Mustang, Camaro, Hyundai Genesis. Do I sense a trend here? By the way, rumor is that Peugeot is looking for a private team to run their Le Mans 908s, even here in the US. And rumor two, the Pug turbo diesels are cooled only by their oil. There's no radiator fluid. Big series versus grassroots. Will Honda, BMW, Toyota not having a mega F1 team lessen their chances of selling cars? Or will their new grassroots racing focus help them connect better with owners and buyers? You know, some say Lemons is the great example of awesome grassroots racing. But to me, it looks more like just watching the commuter traffic coming in from downtown Newark, New Jersey. I'm thinking more Coney Challenge, as is Kia, and Rally America with their new rallycross plans. Mainstream versus cult car niche. Congrats to IndyCar for getting Izod Fashions as a title sponsor. I'll be watching the results, though, of Izod's efforts to market racing to mainstream consumers, just like NASCAR. So the question, is bigger better for racing, or should it be our private car enthusiast velvet rope back room? You know, that's what all those smaller series and the country club tracks are all about. Green versus just racing. It struck me as really weird when F1 adopted KERS, similar to the battery recharge system of a Toyota Prius, and Toyota, with F1, opted not to use KERS. Said racing KERS was far less efficient than their street technology. Of course, this coming from a company that now can't engineer floor mats, then fixes the problem with tie wraps. No wonder the final F1 score was 9 years, 0 wins. But the point is, should racing technology embrace green tech? Or will going green ruin racing? You know, at the end of it all, it's really a simple question. What type of racing will interest you as a car fan? Let us know in the comments, or just snark about my voice again.
Thanks, Leo. You know, I did think it was interesting. Toyota is all about using hybrid and electric cars, yet they didn't use KERS in their F1 car. Kinda interesting. Anyway, that about does it for Fastlane Daily today. But first, special shout out to Dan Johnson, who called our number and left us a voicemail asking us if we're going to be at the Philadelphia Auto Show, which we are not. We're going to be in LA, but I called him back and let him know. So special shout out to you, Dan. But if anyone else would like to call, the number is 213-291-1883. It is right here. Call up, leave a voicemail, let us know what you think of the show, what do you think of me, leave a comment, maybe I'll use it as commenter of the week, or maybe I'll even just call you back. Might get a random phone call from me. All right? I'm Derek D. I might call you. Awesome. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.
Ow, we're living in the fast lane, baby.